Last week, China toughened its language against Taiwan, warning that independence means war. A few days prior, the Taiwanese Defense Ministry reported 15 aircraft from the Chinese Air Force inside its Air Defense Identification Zone. This uptick in saber-rattling suggests the military challenge posed by China will likely continue, making it one of the Biden administration's top priorities. Unlike the Trump administration, with its transactional approach to alliances, the Biden administration may find U.S. interests can be best served through strategic engagement with its allies, on this issue as elsewhere. In particular, part of the military challenge posed by China might be answered by turning to its longtime ally Japan and firming up one of the most intrinsic aspects of the United States-Japan alliance: warfighting. The U.S.-Japanese relationship has deep roots. Perhaps due to the cultural strength of pacifism in Japan or the legal limits on what Japan's self-defense forces can do. However, the military aspect of the alliance has often been underemphasized in favor of broader strategic discussions about the stabilizing aspect of the alliance or economic and diplomatic cooperation. Beyond calls for greater interoperability, the specifics of the alliance's military dimension are rarely highlighted despite the fact that the institutional relationship between their militaries and defense establishments are extremely complex, with several areas of possible improvement. At its core, the purpose of the alliance is deterrence of aggression, which, in turn, is predicated on capabilities for effective warfighting. The alliance is, as often stated, the cornerstone of peace, security, and stability in the region. Those benefits come through a shared commitment to providing robust responses from peacetime to contingencies. But is the alliance equipped, postured, and authorized to do what will need to be done in a conflict? Given China's behavior, particularly over the past year, the Allies could be preparing for the possibility of Chinese military action against Taiwan. Although some argue that that is unlikely anytime soon, what about a decade from now? The United States should prepare for that possibility, no matter how improbable it may be at any one moment. Should China attack Taiwan, Japan will likely find itself asked to support a U.S. operation in some capacity. China may also target U.S. forces in Japan, and possibly even Japan itself. Is the alliance ready to prosecute a wartime operation, including the defense of Japan? To answer this, the Biden administration could work with Japan to address several issues that will be crucial to a warfighting scenario. The first is ensuring appropriate legal authority. Even if Japan limits its involvement to its own defense, to move rapidly away from peacetime to conflict, the Allies need to ensure that Japan's political timelines are in sync with U.S. operational timelines. For example, authorizing the self-defense forces to exercise the use of force will require a Japanese prime minister to define a situation as one that threatens Japan's survival. From there, discussions on possible supporting roles to U.S. operations that involve the use of force can occur. If the United States is clear about what sort of operational support it would likely request from Japan, Tokyo can prepare the necessary legal and political frameworks in peacetime to ensure their rapid approval at the outbreak of hostilities. Should other U.S. allies join, things like overflight and access in Japan might also become necessary. While Japan has been strengthening its security ties with key European partners and regional states such as Australia, working with Japan now could be critical to help ensure it has the necessary agreements to aid the free flow of these augmenting forces in wartime. For any operation, the Allies need to be on the same page, even if Japan's role is limited to rear area support. Toward this end, if they do not have a joint operational plan for a contingency involving Taiwan, have they at least developed and shared their own plan with each other? Additionally, the United States and Japan might ask themselves whether they are confident the existing coordination mechanisms for their parallel command and control structures will best serve their forces in what is likely to be a rapidly changing battlespace with degraded information. Finally, because operations would be executed from Japanese territory, are the Allies' current munition and fuel stocks sufficient to sustain a campaign? If the Biden administration initiates a review of all of these questions, the Allies could work together to address potential discrepancies and shortfalls.